It's only been 2 months. It just feels longer. That's how it goes when you spent the dark nights yearning for better days. For Hearts fans, January 14th was the fateful date when Lady Luck first turned her back on them in what was promising to be the season of their dreams. Another routine league win, this one over St Mirren, came at a cost when Cammy Devlin hobbled off late in the game. The best midfielder in the Premiership by a distance to that point, the damage done to the Australian's ankle would have been a savage enough blow to Derek McInnes' squad. 2 months out was the bombshell prognosis. Like the old Edinburgh buses, though, another cruel twist of fate lay just around the corner. 3 days later, a home defeat on penalties to Falkirk in the Scottish Cup was compounded by the hamstring injury picked up by SOS Shankland. A similar timeframe for his return was predicted. Cue the predictable platitudes about one man's misfortune being an opportunity for another. True, perhaps, in other circumstances, but not here. Shankland's impact for Hearts to that stage suggested he was irreplaceable. Everything that's transpired since has shown that assessment to be bang on the money. 11 of the forward's 15 goals for the season had come in league matches. They included one in an early 3-2 win at Tannadice, a brace and a victory at Ibrox, and another in a 3-1 home win over Celtic, which really started to fuel the belief that something special was afoot. By the time he was sidelined, he had converted 17.3% of his chances, with the rest of the squad managing just 5.5%. A deadly marksman and then some. Even when he wasn't scoring, his presence on the field elevated the collective effort. When he played, McInnes' men took 50 points from 63. That's knocking on an 80% return rate. In the games where Shankland didn't feature, they managed just 13 points from 30. That's a drop-off to 43%. Claudio Braga has strived manfully to fill the void. The Portuguese has scored 15 times this season, yet only 3 of those goals have come in the period since Shankland has been injured. It's clear that both players complement each other superbly. Braga's contribution is still miles ahead of that of Pierre-Landry Cabor, 4 goals in the league, but just 2 in 16 appearances, and Elton Kabongu, who has not yet managed to find the net in the Premiership. But Braga can't do it alone. Shankland's imminent return will feel like a merciful relief. For the squad at large, the second coming of the Scotland man this season may do wonders for a flagging title challenge. It surely says much that Shankland has been absent for all bar one of the 5 league losses in this campaign. One player may not make a team, but, in the case of the 30-year-old, they clearly make the world of difference. You would have said the same about Devlin, too, as he took his game to a whole new level in those opening 6 months. As Hearts stormed to the summit, there seemed to be no stopping the more diminutive half of the Georgie club's dynamic duo. What a timely boost their returns to full training will have been this week. The perfect pick-me-up for a thoroughly wretched performance at Kilmarnock last Saturday. There will be no more pictures of the pair huddled together in the stand when Dundee come to town on Saturday. For the manager, it's a question of balancing the need to ease both men back into action with accruing the 3 points which are needed to keep this title tilt on course. Still 2 points ahead of Celtic with 8 games remaining, McInnes doesn't yet have to go all in and gamble on the physical condition of his star men. Yet that day feels like it's coming. To a degree, Devlin's absence has been mitigated by the loan signing of Mark Leonard in the form of Tomas Magnusson. The Icelander suffered a fractured cheekbone in a clash with Aaron Chabola at Rugby Park and is expected to be sidelined for several weeks.